Hello everybody, what is up? I am that Adam C Kid and welcome to a quick little video inside of Arcadia. Woo! Finally loaded. And today I'm just going to be going around pretty much just exploring because I've done a lot of building on and off camera, as you may tell, and because we're on episode I think 13 now, but I might be wrong because my memory's awful. I feel it's just a nice chance to have a look at the world and some stuff we could do in the future. So yeah, so this is my friend Mr. Zombie, who as you can see is on fire and is killing me, which is not good. But yeah, I remember when this was just a small shack from episode 1, when it wasn't even a shack, it was just a floor thing, and this has been here since day 1, Casa di Primero. Let's call it where Ander used to live before he died. It's now just going to serve as an empty room with no purpose but as a memorial, and I'm going to turn it into a memorial hopefully in a future episode, or I might turn this whole place into a doghouse. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of stuff which we could do, by that I mean me and anyone who comes on this world with me. Obviously then we've got here, which, you know, was where Harrison stayed for that one episode before we moved over to that thing there, which looks pretty awful. This is a temporary doghouse where I've got 3 dogs which I'm yet to name, but hopefully if you want to leave suggestions in the comments of what the dogs should be called, then that would be absolutely awesome, you know, because this is a whole thing. Everyone who watches this or is a part of this community which I'm making is gonna, you know, hopefully be able to help name stuff if they don't get to come on it, which is a good chance they won't. The little entrance to the mine, which has a crafting table and a furnace, which was pretty cool, and this is where I went and found diamonds that time, somewhere down here, which was all pretty cool. Then of course we've got the farm, the cow, and the sheep, an empty pen which I've still yet to get something in, but I'm going to hopefully get some chickens in. I might see if I can do that later on. And then of course we have the main thing which we've been building now for about 4 episodes now, and I did do a bit of work on this in between the last episode and this episode. The main bit here, Harrison's room, and of course the crafting room of the too many furnaces and chests, which needs to probably be reorganised. As you can see, I finished doing the floor area here, and I've done some pretty cool stuff here, and I'm still contemplating whether I should have this, because this is literally the most pointless walkway in the world, but it sort of goes well, because this is going to be storage room where I'm eventually going to have all stuff stored in here, which I will need when I'm building stuff. So if I ever start a video, I can just go grab some stuff here, and then go out of the door, which will be all cool. Obviously I've built an upstairs bit which I need to do something there, like add that final bit there, but I can easily do that off camera. You've got the upstairs bit which is going to be sort of worked on a bit, like in terms of the main frame of it, outside video, but I will eventually go back to showing you what I do furnishing and do it on camera. I think that is the best way forward. But anyway, let's go exploring in some of the world then, shall we? As we come close to hitting a lily pad and probably dying. And one thing I'm thinking of doing on my house thing is making a little diving board, so in the morning if I feel like, nope, I don't want to do stuff normally, I'll just be able to go and jump off and place glass everywhere. Shouldn't really waste that glass. But yeah, I was thinking of going some adventuring really today, so I'm just having a little look at what areas we could build stuff on, and like what sort of stuff we could build. Again, like if you've got any suggestions of what we could build, or what could be built on this world, then please leave it in the comments, and I'll try and do my best to add as many stuff as I can. But then again, knowing the size of this channel at the moment, if there's even 2 suggestions, I think that'll be quite good. But any suggestions anyone has of watching, you know, they want to hopefully see me build sometime in the future, yeah, just leave in the comment section below, and I'll try to you know, build it sometime. And this area is literally most of what I've explored over this way. And the reason I say that is because I only know here because there's dogs, and also I came round here when I started, and this is also where I get sand, and I should never really be short of glass, because yeah, this is a desert biome, It goes on for quite a while as well, and also it means I should never run out of green dye as well, or for a long time. As you can see, I've marked my territory. I've got floating trees, which I will sort out in the future. And there should actually be wolves around here, which is where I got my dogs. And strange enough, I've always got my dogs off camera, which is weird. And I do want to try and get a dog on camera in this world sometime. We've got cows down there as well. And I did not know there was this massive greenness here. There's also a horse. There's also a horse, which I think is pretty cool. The fact that we've just got a horse over here. Let's have a look at this area here, because this is obviously the other side of the mountain which I'm working in. Yeah, let's just have a look around here, shall we? I honestly can see potential. I can see some cool stuff being built along here. Whether it be a nice little city area, or just some cool little stuff like projects. Like I do want to build some massive ass hotel thing, or like a hostel. So when people come and join the world, they have like their own little room which they can personalise and stuff, which I think would be pretty cool. Let's keep going. Hopefully not going to get lost, which I've got a good record of doing. And there's a nice little lake here. So I could do something cool with the lake. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I do want to build some cool games as well. Maybe. There's a lava pit. Woo. Okay, that is pretty cool. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to put out the fire, because I don't want, and I don't know, I could do something cool with this as well. That's the cool thing when you go exploring on the world, because it just gives you, and it's like, oh, I could do this or that, which I think is really, really cool. There's another cave that's down there, which means I could go, maybe do another mining trip. I do want to build like actually a little mining system, but I might do that off camera, but then show you around it. And there's a cool mountain over there, and a cool lake. There's a really cool lake over here actually. Like, this is actually pretty cool. And there's also some red flowers, which is good. I can collect them, because that means I can go ahead and just make myself a bit of what's it called? Red dye. Yeah, red dye for sheep. Yeah, so this is all really, really cool. What's going on here? There's a brown sheep. I've only had some wheat on me, but I don't. I made it all into bread earlier. But there's some cool mountain over here, and there's actually a lot of land here. I could do so much cool building stuff here, which is making me feel kind of happy, because it means that I know I've got a lot of space to work with, which obviously I will do. I'm just gonna go here and collect some more seeds, and I will probably make a little farming area. Like I might just turn all that little area around that side into a massive farm area, and then have the rest of it, sort of this area just being all cool buildings. But I mean, inside another cave down there, and this area here actually looks really, really, really cool. I'm actually loving it. I just don't want to get lost. I think that's the main thing. I don't want to get lost. But whoa, this is really, really, really cool. I'm actually really enjoying seeing this, and I'm just gonna, hopefully there'll be nothing spawned in here. Then my luck, there will have been, and no, there hasn't. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave some torches in here, but hopefully I'll be able to build something cool here, and maybe I could have two houses. I could have my house over by the farm, or the main house, and then maybe I could have some cool little smaller things. So if I'm doing some long-term building over here, which there's a good chance I will do, I can just have a little like cabin, a little cabin. This could be like a little holiday area. Like, so if I don't want to work and build some cool stuff in this, I can just go and like have adventures there. That will mean having to build over here, which will be hopefully in the future, and a massive ass cabin. That is huge. That is huge down there. Like, oh my god. And other stuff hopefully to do in the future on this world. One thing I really want to do is go to the Nether. For that I need to get obsidian. Hopefully though I'll be able to get that sooner rather than later. Hopefully we'll have a mining video coming up relatively soon. I'm not going to bother getting any more of that there. But yeah, so there's some pretty cool stuff in this world, which is really, really, really cool, I guess. I'm just gonna make my way over back here before it gets night and I die. But yeah, this is. Honestly, you can tell. Hopefully, I've never really been past over there. And generally, I'm actually really happy. Like, I've not planned this. I've just come on. Like, normally I have an idea of what I'm doing. Today, I'm just sort of like, you know what? I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So let's just go and you know, do some cool things. And also, something I am thinking of doing is, and I think a lot of people do it, is if this channel ever does grow, I'm gonna set up a community world, in creative mode, and I might set up a survival community world as well, where, yeah, so if like people want to join that maybe in the future, I mean, I'll have a think about it. And I'm not going to promise anything for anyone, but you know, I think it could be a cool thing to do. And I want to get to my house quickly before mobs spawn. I'm going to go to the tall one, because you know, eventually I'm going to be living there. And eventually my videos will be starting in there instead of the little house thing, or as today was when I was loading it, loading the game. But oh, did I do it when I was loading the game today? Yeah, I did. I can't even remember how I started my own video, but it's dark. It's dark. Oh my god, it feels like when you first join, you're like wanting to get to that house, like, oh my god, help me. But yeah, woo, this is fun. This is fun. So yeah, this is some stuff hopefully for the future of my channel, and obviously as the community of people watching me, I guess. But I'm going to sleep in Harrison's room. And this is going to spell the end of this part. Woo wee woo. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed making the video as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Adios. Adios. Or not bye. It's adios. It's adios on wood in front of me and everything. It's really nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Woo. Yeah. I'll always say it. Outros are never my strong point. I'll just leave it at that.